Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Prescott on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
Because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Pollard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down now, Pollard. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Used to have a coach who tells us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Prescott to throw it. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run forward with Pollard. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Cousins to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one good for 33 in the first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They run again on first down. Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Good route here. Check to
Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Safety green.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run for it. Cook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott gets through and now an opening. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st down, it's Elliott, and some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Format the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending at a touchdown.
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, it's Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Throwing is Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bailey able to knock it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, receiver. Hey, Wahoo! Mike, that's a party now. Mike, 48.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, Charlie! Check 55, Mike.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5.
Cousins on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 54 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Sherrill's on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, it's caught. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And a catch made by Johnson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now Pollard, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Looking to throw. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A 1st down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Prescott to throw. Open man is Noah Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Cousins to throw it. And Diggs has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On second down now. It's Cook. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run the counter with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Decision time, opening drive here. What would you do?
There is no decision for me. I'm the visitor. I'm on the road. I've moved the ball downfield. I've got momentum. I'm going for it right here. Look at that play sheet. Pick out your best play.
And even if you don't get it, then your defense is going to have a really good situation on the other side.
Exactly. And in fact, though, I'm not even telling my defense to get ready. I'm telling them to get ready to celebrate because we're going to score.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On first down, Cook. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On third down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3, we just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter. Throwing on second and 8. Prescott got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. On third down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On play action, Cousins. He's going to take a shot right away from, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This fielded at the 2. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Prescott, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Elliott running right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mike, one. Check 55, Mike. Got one. 555.
Cousins now. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down. It's Cook, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. They'll try to run with Madison. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Another carry now from Madison. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison taking it in. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of the times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Right there, 54.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They run the counter. It's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and goal, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Running for it, here's Cook. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Elliott on 1st down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw. It's caught. Cooper. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. 54 right there, 54 Mike.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Prescott from the gun. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Cousins here to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A 1st down throw for Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Cousins to throw it. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team